What's going on, everybody? The Diehard MMA Podcast was filmed live and exclusively on odds.com. So if you missed the live show, click the link below. It'll take you over to odds.com where you can watch the exclusive replay where we go over UFC 255 and all the betting action, our favorite spots with special guest Matt Holt from US Integrities. Thank you very much. Share this link out, and we'll see you guys over on odds.com. Next fight up, we've got a flyweight fight here between the lesser Shevchenko, Antonina, taking on the queen of violence, Ariane Lipski. Shevchenko is 8-2 as a professional MMA fighter. However, she's got an extensive Muay Thai and kickboxing background. Ariane Lipski is 13-5. The UFC is definitely trying to make something of this young lady. She checks off all the boxes. She's violent. She's good. She knows how to work her Instagram account. She could be the next Paige Van Zandt if she could put some wins together here for them. Antonina, solid technical striker on the feet. She's a regular at Muay Thai, at Tiger Muay Thai, which is one of the best gyms in the world. Obviously, her sister is Valentina Shevchenko that she gets to work with on a daily basis. She throws nice side kicks. She likes to attack with the leg kicks. However, she's just got that gaping hole of takedown defense. She cannot keep a fight standing to save her life. However, she is working on her ground game. She's got very improved Brazilian jiu-jitsu and some sneaky submissions when the fights do happen to get to the mat. The only issue is she's kind of on a clock. She's 35 years old. She's running out of time to make those improvements in the MMA game. Now, Ariane Lipski, on the other hand, she is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu purple belt, a solid striker herself, also working on her ground game. She's got a nice body kick, vicious knees and elbows in the clinch. And you know what? She's really young, but she's shown me all the signs of a real fighter. When she first got to the UFC, they threw her to Meatball Molly McCann and JoJo Calderwood, and she was just so outclassed. But you know what? She took her beating, and she said, more please. She came back. She's working hard. She got better, and now she's on a nice little win streak here, and I expect her to get better every time she comes in here. On top of that, I think she knows the game plan here. I did my Instagram stalking, and she's got a picture with none other than Triple C, Henry Cejudo. She might be working that offensive wrestling game for this fight. Talk to me, Matt. How do you feel about this matchup?
I've been trying to find a reason to get on Lipski here because I bet against Shevchenko in her loss to Shukagian. I did think she showed some toughness in that fight, and again was the better striker over Shukagian. But with only 10 pro fights at 35 years old, to your point, we're seeing you can't fill enough holes. You know, at this late in your career, just learning MMA, you can't fill enough holes. And while she's 6-0 outside the UFC, 2 of those 6 wins come against the same fighter, Hoon Song Kim, who actually only has 2 MMA fights, and they were both losses to Shevchenko. I mean, outside of the UFC, she fought nobody. She obviously got this contract because of her sister. Mm-hmm. And she didn't, even in a striking match where she got to go against Roxanne Modafferi, who was supposed to be somewhat tailor-made for her, a bit of a brawler, likes to mix it up, Modafferi. She didn't get it done in there. So I'm wondering, what is the perfect opponent for her? And I know the UFC is trying to accommodate her sister, who is one of the most dominating champions in the UFC. I mean, Valentina at 125 is as good as it gets. But I also don't love Lipski yet. I still think that I still think on the feet, Valentina kickboxing experience is going to be a little bit better than that of Lipski. On the ground, I think Lipski's going to be better because Valentina does not look like she knows what to do on the ground. I mean, Chookagian, who doesn't really have a ground game, took her down at will. I mean, Chookagian never took anybody down. She took her down at will in that fight.
She was helpless, too. She doesn't know anything about how to escape or defend herself from bottom.
No, so to me, it has to be dog or pass, but I don't think I'm as high on Lipski as some. I do think she has I do like your comparison, though. I don't know if she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, but she certainly feels like she has that same Paige Van Zandt feel. A very attractive young lady, really knows how to work her Instagram account, trains her butt off, and is an action fighter when she gets in there. But similar to Paige Van Zandt, when she steps up in class, it doesn't seem to go well.
And that's the big question, right? We don't know what Lipski's ceiling is yet. She could be the next big thing if she keeps working hard and stays on the trajectory she's on. She could really be something, but she also might go to Dancing with the Stars if we see her peak out here in the next year or two. We just don't know what it's going to be for her. I am very, very tempted. I'm with you. I think this is dog or pass. I'm very tempted on Lipski. This is another spot where I'm going to sit tight because people are betting Shevchenko. And I don't know how anyone in their right mind can lay the wood with Antonina Shevchenko in this day and age. I understand she's a better striker on the feet than Lipski is, but that age difference, the fact that Lipski is going to be the one of the two improving, and also, like I said, just that little tip that she might be working with Henry Cejudo, that might be enough for me to take a shot on Lipski, but I'm going to see where this line goes. She's sitting at plus 140 right now. And, if you get that thing as high as plus 175, I'm going to have to take the shot on Lipski. So we'll see how far this line moves, and then whether or not we end up taking the dog. This one might be a pass, but I absolutely could see this one being a very, very interesting spot to roll the dice there on the dog.
I agree with you. That's kind of the magic number for me. If Shevchenko ever hits minus 200, I'll be on the dog.
Absolutely agree. She's yikes. I can't imagine laying that wood on Shevchenko. Even if she wins, that's just something I'm not about. All right. We have got 371 live viewers. Thank you all so much for tuning in here to the show tonight. I appreciate you hanging out with us. I want to go ahead and shout out one of our sponsors of the show, Goat Capital Sports. They've been with me a really long time. Check them out over on Twitter at GoatCapital_. If you want a reasonably priced picks, they have a nice little package pricing, and they cover all the other sports that I can't help you out with: baseball, basketball, football, all that good stuff. And they do a pretty damn good job.